was one of my friends works for Navigators. And Navigators was given right outside of Colorado Springs some 400,000 acres of property. And a lot of that is unspoiled property. And there are these punch bowls that you're able to hike up to by going a little bit over a mile. Not everybody goes. Not everybody goes all the way. Because the path, it starts out easy. In hiking and climbing terms, it's right at a 4. It's an easy hike. We have bridges that are created, and then not too long, the difficulty would increase. You have to hop across the streams, find the right rocks to stand on so you don't slip in, which is very important for what would come up a little bit later. Without too much difficulty, you come to a waterfall, which is very beautiful in and of itself. Let's go a little bit farther. It gets difficult right away. To get to the next part, you have to do what hikers and climbers refer to as scrambling. That's using hands and feet to get up the hill. You get up that little bit and it gets easier for a little while. That would be known as like a 4.3 or 4.4 scramble. And then you get to a part where you basically have to slide down the rock. You have to slide down the rock. Coming back, that would be like a 4.5 or 4.6. And then you go a little bit farther along the stream bed. And then you get right up to the punch bowls. And then you have to climb again up the stream, which makes it even more difficult. Because if you've ever done any hiking or climbing, anytime your feet are wet and you're on the rocks, you slip. So it's really challenging to get up there. But once you're up there, you get to the 3 punch bowls. These are little bowls that were created from the stream over time, that you're able to jump into one from either the really warm into the very cold, or from the very cold into the very colder, depending on the time of year. There are a series of 3 of these. I only made it to the first one because the next scramble was challenging, because I first jumped into the first punch bowl and tried to climb it barefoot. So that was challenging. I wasn't able to do it. That would have been known as like a 4.8. It's still bouldering, but it's challenging when you're barefoot and wet. But once you get up there, there's a challenge that some of the college students would try to do, and that would be to go along this curve on the one bowl, to run across it and jump into the other one, as being parallel to the ground. We didn't try that. But the punch bowls were created over time. The punch bowls were created over time. All the hiking trails were worn down over time. And Paul talks about this when he talks about creation in Romans chapter 8. I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. The creation waits in eager expectation for the sons of God to be revealed. For the creation was subjected to frustration, not by its own choice, but by the will of the one who subjected it, in hope that the creation itself will be liberated from its bondage to decay and brought into the glorious freedom of the children of God. Our passages from Matthew and Romans are both known as eschatological. They're both talking about a hope of the end times, a future hope. And in this hope that Paul is talking about for creation is a hope to be recreated, to be renewed. Because the earth is in constant decay. The very nature of making the punch bowls is from the power of the stream coming through. Next week we are going to go to Arkansas. And there in Arkansas, there's this cave that you're able to go into. And there's an indoor waterfall. Complete darkness. But as time came by, the stream chipped away, where eventually there's a hole big enough for a huge waterfall to come down, to come through inside, and then come out again, and to go outside as well, a long, long way down. An amazing spectacle to behold. But it's created partially by the decay, by the wearing down of nature, by the wearing down of everything. Our scientists have even come to date things by decay, by carbon dating. Although the technology is only dozens of years old, they make estimates based on how fast they think carbon decays. And creation is subject to this decay and has hope, expectation for the sons of God to be revealed. That hope to be renewed, to be restored. The hope for the sons of God to be revealed. And there you look at the story, the parable that Jesus tells of the wheats and the weeds or the tares.